everyone, Phil here. Welcome back to the channel in the Slow Burn Dynasty. We are in week 3 of season 2, set to take on number 14, Georgia. Last week we had a hell of a time competing against a very good Oregon team. It's games like that where you have to remember that the goal of games is to win, but the purpose is to grow. And I think me and my little AI guys did a good job of that as we continued to stay focused as that game got out of hand and out of reach. We knew that experience, if properly managed and kept in perspective, would help us better prepare for the rest of the season. So we didn't get discouraged, we continued to focus and stayed locked in on our assignments. So with that game and its lessons behind us, we're ready to move on to this week's challenge in Georgia. First things first though, let's dive into recruiting. It is week 3, my favorite week of recruiting. There are a lot of forgotten recruits out there that we can now reach out to and see if they're interested in becoming a Lobo. All right, let's review the top of our board. Clint Johnson, middle linebacker, continued to pull ahead from Air Force, which looks really good. John Muse the same, pulling up by 590 over Notre Dame. This would be a huge get for us on the defensive line. Marcus Bridges we continue to pull away with. That looks really promising. Sean Maxwell. I know I thought we signed the QB of the future last year in Justin Bryant, but Sean Maxwell looks like a really promising prospect here, and hopefully signing Sean does not force Justin to transfer. Hopefully we can communicate well enough with him and let him know that we want some good competition at the QB spot, and it's up for both of them. Willie Goodman, we are now dropping 285. Cal has kind of kicked in some points. That's not looking good. We can't make up 285. We're going to pull points off Willie Goodman. We're going to drop him down. That's disappointing. Billy White looks like a really solid tackle prospect, pulling away by 445. Matt Jones, we continue to climb. Sean Johnson, we taking the lead. These two guys hopefully stay at 65 or go up. They could be a really solid defensive backfield for us. Richard Hancock, New Mexico kid. We're looking good with him, pulling away by 510. James Christian, we just put 500 into him last week. We're dropping by 180. I think because we have Billy White here, we're going well with him. I'm going to pull 500 off James Christian and drop him down the board. And hopefully we can find somebody this week or in the near future at offensive line. Matt Anderson, we continue to climb. He looks like a good prospect. We're going to give him a scholarship this week. And then Ray Mitchell, we're climbing 130. We kind of hemmed and hawed over what linebacker should get points. Settled on Ray, and that is looking good for us. We're going to give him a scholarship this week. Sean Bush dropping 445. We're not going to invest much in him. Vince Whitaker, let's check out him. And he has that C speed, which makes me a little hesitant on. He's from New Mexico. We'll give him a scholarship. Grant Manning, we're losing by 400. We're going to get off him. Johnny Turner going up 60. He's got a scholarship. He's got good speed. Move Johnny up one spot. We'll throw 50 into him for now. Jared Rogers is coming off the board. 535 is too much to make up. Here's our kicker, Daryl Harris. Continue to climb with him. He'll get a scholarship, and I'm going to throw 50 into him for now. Andy Sims is a JUCO cornerback. I think with all the corners we have, we're going to pull off of Andy Sims. Willie Goodman just dropping by 300. We got a scholarship on him, but I'd like to move on from him, so he's off the board. James Christian, I think we're going to move on from him as well. He's off the board. Brian Ziegler is a JUCO athlete, kind of a quarterback, running back. Maybe he can play some defense. Can catch a little bit, but he is a JUCO. I'm dropping 75. We'll keep him on the board, but won't do anything else. Daryl Burns looks like a solid running back. Decent speed, average acceleration. He's elusive. He's got a stiff arm, spin move, juke move, some vision. So we'll put some points into him. We'll just make it 50 for now. John Charles, junior college linebacker, I think we were after. No, he was just a 3-star kid that was interested in us. We're going to pull off him, dropping 780. Houston is pulling away by too much. Joel Sims dropping too much. He's off the board. Nate McCullough will keep on as is. Same with Isaac Simon. Greg Jordan's off the board. Tight ends are really difficult to get, I feel like. Here's the D-tackle, Marcus Young. And 66 is pretty solid. We're going to offer him. Hopefully that's enough to keep moving up his board. We're going to move him up, though. Jason Anderson, we're moving up. We'll keep as is. Eric Muhammad, we're out of that race. Another D-tackle. We'll offer 64 is pretty solid. His numbers look pretty good. He's got some finesse moves, some block shedding, decent enough tackling, and some play rec. Jonathan Day's off the board, dropping too much. Charles Morgan dropping too much. And then Anthony Smith dropping too much. All right, we cleared a lot of room for some new guys here. I'm going to kind of scour the recruiting landscape here, see what I can find, and I'll show you guys at the end. All right, I've added some new guys, but before we get to them, we've got 700 points to use, which I forgot about. So we're going to disperse these to some of these top guys that we want to get. We'll go Ray Mitchell, 300. Matt Anderson will get 250. He's got a big bonus. 150 to Johnny Turner. 50 to Whitaker. Young will keep as is. Harris will keep climbing. Ziegler, nothing. Burns will get to 100. Alright, so we got 300 left here. And I'm going to go all in on Ray Mitchell and Vince Whitaker. We'll pop him up there. Harris, move up. There we go. Alright, as far as new guys I added, here's Charles Collier, running back out of Kansas. He's got good speed, acceleration's okay, but he can break tackles, he can truck, he's elusive, stiff arm, spin, juke is up there. Looks like a really promising prospect here. We'd be excited to get him. Aaron Johnson, wide receiver out of Texas. And good enough speed, acceleration's a little bit low, but we can deal with that. Break tackles up there. Route running's really good. Catching traffic is average, so he could add to our receiving room. John Parham, tight end out of Missouri. Yeah, good speed, acceleration. He's got some receiving skills with route running. Pass blocking's okay, run blocking's a D, but definitely good enough to help us down the road. David Finley, tight end out of Texas. I was able to find 2 tight ends that didn't have anybody going after them that fit our criteria. So David, average speed and acceleration. He can catch though. Pass blocking's average, and he's got some impact block. So I think these 2 tight ends down the road could really help us out. Jake Vincent, a tackle out of Oklahoma. Speed is a little bit low, but he's got acceleration, got run blocking, impact blocking. We go to Paul Lester, Another tackle out of Oklahoma, 58 overall, but I'm hoping on his numbers that he can jump up. Impact blocking's at a B. If his run blocking, pass blocking go up a little bit, he'd be a really good prospect for us. His strength is at B already. Acceleration's at a B. So somebody who shows some promise here. Then we've got guard Matt Allen, again out of Texas, 65 overall. He's got the acceleration, strength, run block. I'm actually going to move him above these two, just based on overall wise. Next we got Joey Adams, defensive end out of Utah. Got a lot of C's across the board: speed, acceleration, agility, strength, tackle, hit power, play rec. Looks like a solid D end. Again, a lot of these guys are going to help us down the road, and that's one of the drawbacks of having that 65 overall, is that not many of them are going to come in and contribute right away unless they're interested in us to start the season. Andy Allen, 6'5", 245, D end out of Nevada. This guy does not meet our criteria. He is 70 overall, outside of our state, so it should be 65, but I figured since we beat Nevada, we can grab one prospect out of their state, and Andy Allen kind of fit that bill. Nobody's really going after him. Looks like a great prospect, and so we threw him on the board. He's actually going to move up our board. Then we've got Carlton Moore, middle linebacker out of Arizona. Good speed, good acceleration. That's all I'm looking for right now. He fits that. Then we got some cornerbacks coming in. Again, just looking for speed. Ryan Stiegel fits that. B acceleration, B speed, but he's got the coverage. C's across the board. Mark Rose is very similar. Nick Williams is similar as well. A little bit better man coverage. And so Nick Williams is going to jump up our board here. Then I was able to find one athlete, Ryan Waller, out of California, 71 overall, junior college, but he's got good speed, acceleration. Doesn't look like he's going to play defense. He can catch, he can run out of the backfield. So we'll have to see if he's somebody who fits what we need, but looks like he can play wide receiver or running back, which we always need playmakers, so, and Ryan can maybe step in and play right away. Then lastly, we added Eric Scott, another tackle out of Texas. And he's got great acceleration, good run blocking, good impact blocking. So all the guys we added are guys I'm excited about adding to the team. And paired with our top 10, 11 guys, how many guys we got up here? 11, 12, 13, 14 that get points. If we can continue to make good ground on these guys, have positive visits, sign them quick, and then start throwing points in those new guys, we could have a really great class here. Just want to see how close these guys are to visiting. So maybe next week we get some visits. Yeah, we should get a few visits next week, and then the week after, and then we'll start rolling in. So our recruiting class is really taking shape here. Again, I really like the guys on the top of our board. I love the guys we just added. Excited to climb up their board, get them some points, and get a lot of these guys in to help our team. And again, that 65 overall. Some of these freshmen aren't going to come in and contribute right away, but some of these JUCO guys, that's why we target them. They can come in, start making plays for us, and we're going to get guys who are starting for the first time as redshirt juniors, redshirt seniors, and so it won't be a lot of freshmen, but that's how it's set up as a development program. Makes it a little bit more difficult, a little bit more enjoyable, and then when you get guys like Sean Maxwell who are interested, it's that much more exciting. To get the number 7 QB interested in your program is really exciting. So that'll do it for recruiting. Let's jump into scouting. All right, so Kirby Smart is the head coach at Georgia, building one heck of a program over there. He's got the spread offense. They're going to run more than they pass. They're going to be fairly conservative, again, on long distance downs. So maybe some screens and draws that we got to pay attention to on second and third down if it's long distance. And they're not going to go no huddle. Defensive, they get that 3-4 multiple. They're going to defend the pass slightly more, and they're going to be aggressive. And so we got to be looking for them to blitz from every angle, every level. All right, Kirby is a level 54 coach. He's got everything. They got good players. They got good bonuses kind of across the board here. Defensively, Jay Bateman, maybe missing some of the power move, finesse moves, but they got good enough players where they're not going to miss much on that. And offensively, they got Jeff Grimes. All the bonuses here that are going to help. So their guys will be playing at a really high level. All right, we're going to start with Kevin Manning, redshirt junior, wide receiver, 97 overall. He's got great speed, great acceleration, catching us through the roof. He can break tackles. He's elusive, juke move. He must have been an athlete coming out of high school. This guy can play, and he's going to be a problem for us. On the other side, they got Tim Booker, redshirt senior, wide receiver, 95 overall, 98 speed, 99 acceleration. Route running is 99. Catching maybe isn't as high, but he's still very good. Kind of a pure wide receiver compared to Manning, but equally dangerous. Then in the backfield, they got Bobby Haley, redshirt senior, 91 overall, 92 speed, 91 excel, 92 break tackle, 93 elusive, 95 ball carrier vision. Got a juke move, stiff arm, spin. He is going to be a handful coming out of the backfield. And based off what Ray Anderson did to us last week, we are on edge. And we have been hyper vigilant in stopping the run this week in practice. Then at right tackle, they got Chad Davis, 91 overall, 70 speed, 99 excel, pass blocking is 95, run blocking is 84, impact blocking is 90, 91 strength. This guy is going to pave the way for Haley. Defensively, they got middle linebacker Nick Newton, true senior, 95 overall, 80 speed, 92 excel, 90 tackle. You can see the play rec, block shedding, pursuit are all way up there. Zone coverage, man coverage good. He's got hit power. He's going to be chasing down the ball. Paired with him, they got Victor Foster, right outside linebacker, 93 overall, 87 speed, 99 acceleration. So if Newton doesn't get us, Foster is going to be right behind him. And they've got free safety James, what a name, 91 overall, 96 speed, 95 excel, tackles 90, man coverage, zone coverage is good enough, play rec is 88, hit power is 84. He's got great pursuit, great press. So we got to be aware of where he is when we have the ball. Paired with James in the defensive backfield, the strong safety Kirk Lewis, 90 overall, 93 speed, 92 excel. Kirby Smart has just built a phenomenal defense here. 89 tackle, 81 man, 82 zone. Play rec is up there. He's got good pursuit, good press. So their defense is going to be ready to stop us. All right, let's look through their depth chart, see what we can find, any weaknesses, anything that we can kind of take advantage of. Right off the bat, they got redshirt freshman Doug Scott, who's 86 overall. So they recruited well at the quarterback position. Got some guys behind him here, but he is a scrambler. Awareness is low, which might play into our benefit. But I'm guessing he's going to tuck and run as soon as he gets pressure. So we got to maybe have a spy on him, somebody on contain. There's Bobby Haley. Behind him is Andy Carr. Fullback is 85 overall and 82. They got two fullbacks. Lucky. Wide receiver, there's Manning and Booker. They got Jackson right behind him. Eric Price. Marcus Brown. Junior Davenport. All with pretty good speed aside from Jackson. So we're going to have our hands full covering those guys. Tight ends don't get any easier. They got Lamont Jenkins and Javon Freund. They look like solid tight ends. Tackles 87, left guards 88, centers 88, right guard 83. That might be it. 83 is the lowest. So keep that in mind. Left end, Greg Rhodes, 68 speed, 57 awareness. This might be the guy to kind of target here. Again, maybe run to their left. Then they got freshman Kenny Bertain. He's much faster, much stronger. So I still like running to their left a little bit more, just based on numbers with Greg's, strength, speed, agility, acceleration. Looks like it might be harder to run at Kenny Bertain. Defensive tackle goes 83-82, so their defensive line isn't as stacked as I thought it would be. So that's good to see, but still, low 80s is still difficult for us. And their linebackers go 86. There's Newton at 95. And even Howard up behind him is 90. He's much faster. And then there's Foster. Defensive backfield, they go 89. Then they got a junior at 75. And they throw in a free safety and a middle linebacker. Okay. So if we go spread, or anything 4 wide, we'll probably get these guys on the field. Athletically, they're really good, but awareness, Howe's at 30. Newell's at 63, so maybe something we can take advantage of here. If their cornerback 2 is 75, I like that matchup. There's James, and Kirk Lewis, and then how that backs up Lewis. So I think if we can get matched up one-on-one, get rid of the ball quickly before they hit the safety level, we might have a chance to complete a lot of passes. Kicker's at 80, he's a freshman. Punter 86 or 87. Kick returner is going to be Davenport, then Manning. Punt returner Davenport, and your long snapper is Chad Davis. All right, so game plan wise, not a lot of advantages for us. We're going to have our backs against the wall, coming off a really tough loss. Hopefully our AI morale is not demoralized. Certainly we got to do a better job stopping the run, but I think if we focus on maybe running to our right and then taking advantage of maybe some of the passing downs we can get in the passing matchups, it's matched up man, if their cornerback is 75, that's something that's not too overwhelming for us. All right, with the team scouted and the game plan in place, let's check out the event wheel and see what's happening with our team. All right, first one is if we get NCAA Player of the Week, that player will get +5 attribute points. And since that one is kind of a bonus, if it does happen, we're still going to spin 2 more times. Next one we have is tweaked, so we get -2 to the athletic attributes, kind of those first, 3 or 4 up top in the attribute list. So we'll find out who that is. That will go to center number 1. So Bernard Grier will lose -2 to some of his athleticism, which does not bode well for us. All right, next spin. We've got random player suspended 2 games. So we're going to find out who that is here. Wide receiver number 5. So EJ Marshall will be suspended 2 games, and Brian Rice will move into the wide receiver 5 spot. All right, that is going to do it for this episode. We are prepared as well as we can. We're ready to kind of redeem ourselves after last week. We learned some tough lessons. Hopefully our AI guys can respond really well, and we can give Georgia a really good game. Until the next episode, keep gaming, keep growing, and keep celebrating those obscure victories. Game on.